That's okay. Good working.
Mindset. Yeah.
All right, everybody, we'll take about 2-3 minutes to work on one of our last couple sections in the Kelly Behavior and Thinking Boxes sheet. So everybody should have the little sheet that says mindset on it. Go ahead and fill that out to the best of your ability. Please be truthful.
Thank you.
Hopefully the Kelly Behavior and Thinking Boxes thing is kind of giving you guys a look at your business as well, yourself. And after kind of looking at the packet as a whole, to me, it's helping you move from E to D, helping you become more purposeful. So please take some time to work on the quick little mindset portion of this self-assessment. Does anybody want to share the questions that they have? Let's see. All right, so reflection, it says, what type of responses did you choose most?
I'm doing
Because
that.
I think everybody's doing math right now. I see the faces.
Some of them feel like there's two responses.
Yes.
You know, it's like, I
A,
might
B.
do one, but then I switch over to the other.
Right. So, your general first response.
Yeah.
Because there were some first like me, yeah, I'm gonna be B, and then I go straight to
Well, my general first response is negative, but then
Uh-huh.
I would tend to pull myself out of it and
Yeah.
it's positive.
Right.
in the first spot.
Exactly.
So I'm going with the positive.
So with yours, so are you generally positive mindset or were you mixed mindset?
I am actually growth oriented.
Right, nice. Nice, I love it. I stopped right, so my total came out to, let's see. Yeah, so mine was a growth mindset. Anybody else want to share what they were? I do think people probably are. Growth mindset definitely being in this. Should
Yeah, I would say when I first started in real estate, I was probably a lot more seized.
Mhm.
So discouraged and not good enough and upset and, all those kinds of things.
Mhm.
But I think as I've grown as a person, I
Mhm.
have definitely shifted more to these. Mostly these.
Gotcha. What do you think pulled you out of that?
Just learning more about myself and just becoming more confident
I'm
in
sorry.
who I am as a person. Coaching.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, being with Matt's coaching and all of that has definitely helped me realize the limiting beliefs that I've had.
Mhm. Yeah, I think realizing you ain't the only one. You have quite a
Oh,
bit.
yeah.
Mhm. Anybody else want to share?
My only two, so I was pretty positive on all of it except for if I fell in front of others
Uh-huh.
and if I experience a string of setbacks.
What happened?
I just like want to quit.
Shut it down. For a
And if
little
I fell in front of others, like I beat myself up big time. Like,
bit? Why is that? What do you think causes?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe because I have high expectations of myself and I care what other people think.
Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Sometimes when you care a lot, that kind of happens to you as well. And sometimes the people you're around too, they're not the type to bash you in. A lot of times you really don't care. Kind of what happens. Right. All right, tell me something good. Who got something?
I got 2 listings coming.
How did you get those lists?
One is actually an agent referral from Louisiana.
Really?
And
How did they find you, or how did you find them? You already know
she just,
them? How'd you in command? Probably.
I think she saw my social media
Uh-huh.
and she's not a Keller Williams agent. She's actually an agent from a different company. But she saw my social media and started researching, looking into everything. And then the other one is just fear.
Sphere. All right. Congrats on that. Business is good. Somebody else, tell me something good.
I got my sister under contract on some land, and I've got a listing hopefully going active on Saturday.
Where'd the listing come from?
Previous client.
Previous.
Yep. I actually sold them that house 6 years ago. Now they're selling it, buying another one.
Mhm.
So we're transaction to that one. 1009 Pine Valley Drive, Timberline.
Nice.
To 1,800 square feet.
Good job. Stay in contact with your people. Well, 4 to 6 years. People
Funny story about that one. He actually called me and said, "Hey, I know you're out of real estate, but who do I need to call about listing my house?" No, I'm not.
That's awesome.
No, I thought you were doing real estate.
Anybody else?
So they get up.
Anybody else got something good?
Closing that Chelsea house.
You do
I
what?
thought I saw a picture of Stacy. I was like, oh, Chad sold
What
it
a
out.
fantastic agent to work with.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good job, Chad.
I needed to win.
You gotta win. Love to hear it. I'll share. Tell me something good. So I have a client of mine. Met him doing some door knocking a couple of years ago. He called me in October, listed his house in October for a price that I knew was not the price. I knew it, but at that point, like Chad said, I want to get some wins, and sometimes getting your name on the sign, regardless, knowing it ain't gonna sell, but just having your name on the sign, you feel good about it. The price I wanted was about 30 grand lower than where we actually listed it. Around December, took it off the market. He called me back in January and said, hey, let's give it a try again. Let's go a little bit lower. We go like 10 grand or so. Now we're like 350. Put it off again in April. He calls me about a month and a half ago and said, hey man, somebody around the corner just listed a house and they listed at the price that you said we should have listed it. We're gonna watch this. He goes on the contract in like 3 days, and then it sells. So he called me back last week, said, man, that thing sold. It went over the list price. But yeah, it does that sometimes. It's crazy. So he goes, let's give it another try. It was like, hey, we're gonna take your price. So we put it on the market last Thursday. Got it on the contract yesterday for $5,000 less than what I originally told him in October. And we actually got it, as far as what I listed it at, we got it $15,000 above this price.
Nice.
So price is everything. Like seriously, price is everything. It doesn't matter if you take it off and you put it back on 3 months later or 6 months later, price is still going to be important. And then my last tell me something good, learn something from TJ. I never even thought about it. Some people do it, some people don't. But had a listing, put it on the market, and it wasn't getting any showings, and the price was good. It was below all the other homes in the condo. In the tower. And TJ told me to put it on Facebook Marketplace. And I was like, okay, sure. She was like, and just have your set of questions that you automatically spit out to weed out all the trash. So the person that actually bought it reached out to me on Marketplace.
Wow.
He already had a realtor. He saw it on Marketplace. I guess he did look at Zillow or whatnot. He saw it on Marketplace. He bought it, but then just from putting it on Marketplace, I ended up getting 3 buyers, 2 cash, one with a conventional loan, and that person with a conventional loan, we're going to get him on the contract. So use a little free resources during family reunion. Gary Vee said, man, use all the free resources social media gives you, because chances are eventually it won't be free anymore. And it shouldn't be free because people are building brands and businesses off of the free tool. So Marketplace may be a good one for you. But anyways, anybody else? What you got to say?
I'm gonna brag on me and Ashley for a minute. Or Ashley, no, actually me. How about that? We signed up to be accountability partners again
Love to
a
hear
couple
it.
weeks ago.
Again.
Love to hear it.
And so we had breakfast and we finished, we met at the beginning of the year and kind of mapped out what we wanted to do.
Mhm.
And we had not been very successful in all of our things. So we met again, we reevaluated the year, and we were making progress on what we have planned. I have probably spent 30 to 35 hours solid in my database over the last week. Whew.
What happened?
Well, I mean, I just cleaned up who I didn't want in there. I told Ashley one thing I've got to do is figure out who I want to talk to and make it fun, or I'm not going to do anything. And so took people out that I'm not going to speak to at the grocery store. And I made sure everybody's addresses were in there correctly after they moved, tagged them correctly, and made sure that all the people in my database that are getting stuff from me every month are the same people in my private Facebook group. I was missing like 90 of them.
Oh, wow.
And so, I mean, I've just done a ton of work on that database in the last week.
Does it feel refreshing, actually?
It does. I feel so good about it.
If people realize, like, it actually, you feel like you accomplished something, it is refreshing to feel organized and feel like you can touch people. So,
So, and one of our goals was to show up more than we don't show up, and so I feel like we've done that. Whether
I have not done that.
be consistent. And
Not here.
well, yeah, I mean, I haven't
In
either.
work, yeah.
Yes,
In
just
work, I've been
work.
way more diligent, like in activity.
Yeah.
I don't know, sometimes, people wait around for the motivation. And motivation doesn't like really just hit you all of a sudden. It kind of hits you as you're like doing stuff and see the progress, and see the work, and you kind of analyze like the game. That's kind of where the motivation comes in. We don't necessarily just say, you know what, I'm super motivated now.
So I was telling her, like, one of the things that, especially like in the summer or just any time for that matter, it's easier to stay at home, right? A lot of times than it is to get out and go.
Mhm.
Whether you come to the office or whether you generate business in some other way. And so the other day I was at the grocery store, and it was actually David who was with me, which was very random, but I saw 5 people in the grocery store that like I had great conversation with 5 people that I knew that just happened to be in the grocery store at the same time that I was. And like after the 5th one, David goes, is there anybody else here you know? Which is usually how it is with David, right? Like everywhere we go, people know David. But this time it was just all these great conversations. And so one of the things I did that we talked about was I sent handwritten notes to all 5 of those people. And I've talked to every one of them again.
Wow.
Since our conversation in the grocery store. So part of that was, and part of what we talked about was, if you're coming in every day and you're really not doing anything, and I used to do this when I very first started in the business. It was like, I think it was Brian Buffini maybe.
Mhm.
And you didn't get to go home until you talked to 10 people.
Yeah.
And so if you just get out, I mean, if you feel like you're in a rut or whatever, get out. Go somewhere where you're going to get in front of people and wear your name badge.
Mhm.
Strangers will talk to you.
Then we talk to you. You have the most interesting job. in the world,
Yeah.
really.
Everybody wants to know what's going on with what we're doing. So anyway, that was just my little
I love it.
takeaway. I don't know if that's a bucket fill, but anyway.
No, it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Feels our bucket.
Oh, yeah, it's all mine.
yeah, no, it's good. You
Only
did.
bucket we need to be
It
worried
goes,
about.
it goes back to what Jennifer talked about last week, where each contact is worth a certain amount. Each conversation is worth a certain amount. So essentially, that one day, what was it, 300?
$312 per conversation.
Per
So that
conversation.
day, multiply that times 5, you just made that much money. Plus the additional conversations that you made. That's over time, that works into business.
So actually, I'll say one more thing. So one of the other things I did was I was feeling like a little bit more motivated, right?
Yeah.
And so I have all these people that I've just talked to over the last year. Like, we're going to do something when we get ready. We're going to do. So one of them I know is going to do something. I've helped them with multiple properties. So I did follow up with her,
Mhm.
and I'm getting a listing.
Yeah.
Should be on the market next week.
There you go. There's
Just
money.
talk to people. Just follow up. Remember last time you said you were doing this. It's a little bit. It's a simple conversation. It's something that they said to you. So, good job, y'all. Anybody else got something with the shit? That was. All right. So before, hopefully we don't go on a rabbit trail but before we get into what we really want to talk about, I'm thinking about last week. We just kind of spiraled. So I'll go do something different. I won't do the matrix, but what I will do is the Dave Jinks method. Have y'all heard of the Dave Jinks method?
I heard of Dave Jinks.
No, nobody else has. All right, this
Won't you tell us, John?
I can tell you. I can tell you. All right, so we said there are 5 tasks, right? And this Dave Jinks method is going to help us figure out what we need to do first. What is the first thing that we need to do? All right, so we said our tasks were, what we say, Tammy? We said lead gen, right?
Lead follow up.
All right, let's see, lead, and just put F for follow up. Script, let's see, scripts, and we'll just put the R for role play.
Appointment.
All right, appointments.
Negotiations.
All right, negotiations. Because everybody wants to scramble and pop cart around a little bit, I'll add one more, and we'll just say show.
Well, going appointments was one of them. I mean,
So-
that's the same thing as appointment.
So when I think of like appointments, I think of like almost like new leads, right? So when I think of appointments, I think of like a buyer consultation or a listing consultation. not necessarily showings, because in my mind, when I'm doing showings, the deal's already done. Granted, we don't have it under contract, but that lead, that person, that's mine, it's already done if I do my job to the best of my ability. All right, so, excuse my lines here, they ain't all that great. All right, so, that's cool, right? But we're gonna roll with it. All right, so this, I guess, all right, boom, boom, uneven, please excuse me. Art wasn't my
The
thing.
judgment free zone.
Thank you. Judgment-free zone on Planet Fitness. Even though all the videos
They-
that I see on social media with Planet Fitness is all judgment.
Yeah.
It's all judgment. All right, so the first category up here is going to be importance to biz, right? So the importance to your biz. This next part right here is going to be ease of, and that's supposed to be ease of implementation, which means it's going to take energy, it's going to take time, so on and so forth. All right, so when we think of importance to our business, which means adding money to our business, lead generation will probably be 1 to 10, 10 being the most important. 1 to 10 lead generation will be what? 10. All right. Now y'all can't say all of these are 10. Okay? That's what got us in trouble last week. All right. Lead follow up. Say 10.
Well, I mean, lead follow-up is important.
Yes, I think so too. But that's the problem, James. Everybody says the same thing.
Script and role play is a 0 for me. No.
All right. Script and role play. You said 1?
8.
How about a 3?
I'd say
I was about to say like a 7
7 or 8.
or like a Nikki type of 6 or something.
I think it depends on who you are.
It's a 6-7.
I think you got yeah.
No. All right, what did you say?
I said 7.
7? All right, so we'll just say 7. All right, appointments, that once again, when I say appointments, that is buyer consultation, listing consultation. Understand that sometimes you get a listing and don't even have an appointment. So let's take that into account as well. Appointments, where will we put that? 9.
Can't be a 10.
Yeah.
9, Desiree, you shaking your head, what do
I'm
you think?
just trying to think, like, all of these are important to the business.
Yeah, but
Like, where are we going?
You'll see.
Okay.
We'll work it out.
Yeah.
8 or 9?
I'm going with 9.
You going with 9?
Okay, go with 9.
We'll just, I already started. All right, negotiation.
How important it is to know negotiation?
Or how
important to your biz.
How important is negotiations to your business? Sometimes you ain't got to negotiate,
True.
right? Sometimes the number is what it is.
I think there's other things that are negotiated.
I
right?
think you cannot be a good negotiator and still get business.
Thank you. I think that as well too. Because sometimes the number is what it is, and there is no negotiation. In my opinion, unless I buy the property, the negotiation is important. But if I'm just thinking about my real estate business, I would probably say negotiation is probably like a 6 or a 7.
6 or 7.
You can't avoid that.
Yeah.
Showings. How important is showings to your business?
You don't ever have to show.
You don't, do you?
No.
What?
Sometimes you don't have to show anything.
No, but I'm thinking showings, I'm also thinking about listings. I need showings for them to sell.
Yes. Yes. Okay, let's think working with a buyer. Do I have to show them the property or can somebody show them the property?
Somebody can show them.
All right, so in my opinion, if I think of showings, I only have one showing on this list. Right?
You only need one buyer.
You only need one buyer. So if I think of showings important to my business, I probably put 5.
Yeah.
All right. So now, the ease of implementing this right here. The ease of implementing lead generation, 10 being that it's hard to
1.
Hard to implement
No,
it.
10 is hard.
It's not very hard. It's just doing it.
It's the energy it takes, the time it takes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's hard.
Yeah, I'll take 10.
I'll say 10 on
I'll
that.
take 10. That's the hardest thing.
All right, lead follow up. How hard is lead follow up? Obviously, you got
Hard.
to do it. It's hard.
Very.
We'll
Alright.
say
I thought
You're
nine,
saying eight.
eight.
I was about to say 7 or 8. All right. So what did you say, Tim?
8.
8. All right. We'll go with 8. Script and role play. How hard is it to script and role play?
Yes.
No, like a 3, I mean 2, I mean, it's very low.
It's low. So we'll go with 4. We'll go with 4.
Crazy.
It's the same thing as making yourself lead gen.
Yeah.
Nobody makes himself script and role play.
Wow, you're having conversations with people, why are you practicing on people at appointments?
Well,
Practicing
then
on people.
who do you script and role play with, Jeff?
I do several people.
Who's your script and role play partner?
David.
Chat GPT.
Yes,
Chat
they
GPT.
do a lot.
Yeah, but it's all that's true though. It works.
I do a lot of script role play more.
So yeah, 4. Because like you said, Jeff, ChatGPT has a name. He talks to it,
Yeah.
and it guides him. The ease of implementing that is super easy. He gets on chat and he says, "Today I'm calling so and so," and they say, "Okay, let's role play," and chat talks to him throughout the whole time. All right, appointments. The ease of this appointment thing. That's
Easy.
easy, right? You may have to prepare, so on and so forth, but appointments probably 5,
Sure,
maybe
sure, let's do 5.
give it 5.
Sure.
Y'all want to go with 5?
5 sounds
Yeah.
good.
Oh, that's my alarm. My bad. Negotiating.
These other
I put it 2.
Yeah, I think.
Depends on-
I'm just a great negotiator, so I don't,
Oh,
Man.
man.
You just
You're
like,
a new
My
agent,
people have a number,
negotiations
and
is
I'm
hard
going
thing.
with the number. Yeah, what's important to you, and I'm going with that. That's what we're negotiating. You know, the terms, what's important to you, what's important to your client. That's negotiation. All right, show it. Is it pretty easy to open up the door, walk through the house and do all that kind of stuff? All right, so you say 1.
Yeah.
All right, so you multiply these 2 columns. You multiply those, and whichever one has the highest, you go in order. And that lines up your best.
so like lead gen's 100.
Lead gen's 100, so that's going to be first.
pretty much goes from the top down.
Yeah. So one's going to follow lead generation, lead follow up.
And then screw up.
Then, well, no, we got an appointment.
Appointments.
But we got to prepare, we have to do comps, all those things. So, and if you think about it, appointments, that is third, right? We got appointments most of the time, we get no deals. So we got appointments next, and then get. Then after script and role plays, negotiations, and then after that, we have show. So this right here tells me I should not. If I get a call at 9 o'clock, show a house, I shouldn't be popping up to go show a house at 9. I need to take care of at least these 2. And then I can take care of the rest.
Well, and it also just shows you where you should start your day.
Yeah.
You know, like, start your day with lead gen and lead follow. Set those appointments if you've got them. If you don't, then you can go show a house. You know, it's like this afternoon, I can go show a house if I need to. I mean, obviously, we know that depends on when the buyer is available and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I've had agents show houses while I'm out of town.
Yep.
Many of us have.
Showing assistance,
You
that's
know.
all kind of things. But no, this is how you can pretty much do any task that you have going on throughout the day, your big rocks, whatever you want to call them. Line up the day Jinx method, and then figure out which one is important. And it's kind of easy, simple mathematics. So, anyways, we inspire with that, so I appreciate it.
Look at that.
Thank you.
And
I'm
it's
wondering,
so much
I
less-
told Destiny afterwards, I'm like, oh my gosh, I just sat there and I just kept going along with the quadrant thing, and I ignored all of it. Like, I was trying to.
Know your audience, John.
I know, I was trying, and then I was like, you know what? I should have just squashed it and said, all right, tell you what, let's do the Dave Jinx method, and let's just kind of go through it. So, anyways, he laid it out exactly. All right, so now really today what I did want to talk about, so going through this incredible book, The Way of Excellence by Brad Stolberg, and came across something that kind of caught my attention today. Granted, it was on kind of what I was supposed to talk about anyway, but so this section right here is called Savor the Journey. And Brad goes on to say, imagine there are 2 climbers who equally desire to reach the peak of a mountain. The first climber is constantly thinking ahead to what it will feel like when he gets to the top. He's envisioning the pictures he'll take the praise he'll receive from his peers, and how he'll finally attain self-worth. As such, he's in a rush to get where he's going. The second climber is more persistent. Is more present for the journey. He's paying close attention to the experience along the way and remembering to stop and savor the views. Sustaining greatness requires the drive to keep pushing, but it also requires releasing from our tunnel vision on what lies ahead and learning to slow down and find joy where we are. What makes for greatness is being intense and joyful. It's the joy that makes the ferocious dedication, drive, and intensity sustainable. Joy prevents burnout, promotes longevity, and offers a wellspring of resilience. So, obviously, today I want to talk about savoring the journey, because from what I've experienced or here, it seems like we don't allow ourselves to do that. So, when I say savor the journey, what do you hear? What do you see? What comes to your head?
Enjoy the little things.
Big present.
Be present, be in the moment.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And as you think of these particular climbers, the first one and the second one, which one do you see yourself most? First climber being one that, kind of is round, they know where they want to be, they have a vision of where they want to be, they attain self-worth by being in this particular spot. The second climber is finding joy in the small wins and the different things that they're going through, and I think of who they're becoming. So, which one of the climbers do you guys find yourself?
I think it depends on what the journey is at the moment, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you about that. What do you mean?
well, when I was raising kids, I was just like rushing and doing what I had to do and be at the ballpark here and be at work here. Like all those things. And
I feel like I'm farmer too.
Okay, I like to hear that. Okay, what I guess what about you, or what about what you're doing makes you feel like that?
Well, I do try to enjoy like the daily moments, and now I think when my kids were little, I may have been more like climber one, like I had a destination, like what she was saying. But now at the age that they are, and just in life in general, and I think part of that is like faith-based too for me. The closer I grow to God, the more joy I try to find, right? Because you can be joyful and not be happy. You don't have to be happy to find joy.
Right.
And so you can be joyful no matter where you are in life, and you can find joy in those things. So I feel like I really do try to do that. Whether I'm getting to like have lunch with Tammy or play with the kids or like help my mom and dad buy a house, which I just did, like just all these things, right? I try to find joy in them, all those.
Yeah, it's finding contentment where you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like I do a good job of that.
Yes. So for those who don't, I guess the question is, for those who don't, do you give yourself permission? Sometimes I think that's a permission thing. Sometimes we get so locked in on the grind, and we say journey, but really we get so locked in on the grind that we don't really give ourselves permission to like sit down and say, you know what, this is good. I'm in a good place. So what keeps you guys from doing that?
It used to be.
Right.
The
Fear of failure.
I think it's our minds that, potentially habits that have formed and conditioning that's informed within us that we need to recognize that if we do want change and if we do want that contentment, that it all comes from within. And
So tell me about the habits or the condition, because those are two words that kind of pop in my head as soon as you say it. What do you think?
I'm on a journey now that it's just different and really trying to dive in and look at what causes me to keep having the same, beliefs or the systems and the things that go on. And it's just, I'm recognizing that there was conditioning, whether it was from my early years or from relationships that I've been in that has stuck and imprinted in me that I'm working on now changing.
Awareness, you have a sense of awareness
yeah.
about it now.
Yes,
It's robbing you.
it's an unlikely, but
Yeah.
it's not robbing me of anything right now.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's feeding me. It's feeding me the knowledge of what I want changed.
And you realize you don't have to be stuck.
Yes, absolutely. It's
Empowering.
an absolute empowering feeling. It actually, before it was like grabbing on and trying to control everything, whereas now it's like releasing that control and knowing that it's all I have to do is believe and make the right decisions about my growth and my thoughts, and it will come.
So Desiree and I talked a lot here lately about like the subconscious, kind of speaking it, and seeing it, and a lot of times, if we talk to our subconscious, it kind of guides our activities.
Yeah.
Which is kind of really what they mean by speaking to your subconscious. A lot of times they just kind of mean now your activities are going to follow with kind of what you're telling yourself in your head as opposed to doing the opposite. Anybody else? What's keeping you guys from savoring this journey and thinking about the joy?
I think sometimes the comparison game,
It's just that rock every time.
just comparing like other people's business to my business. It's social media really, I guess it depends on how, but social media drives a lot of that. Obviously, we see somebody with a new listing come up, or a new closing, or a closing, or even that they got to go to Disney, and or whatever it is, and we just compare, and it's like, oh, why am I not getting my business? Why am I not getting business? Why am I not? Da, 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 da. And really having to make a conscious effort to be like, this is my life. And I might not be getting the business because, quite frankly, I might not be doing the work. And putting it back on the responsibility of, kind of like what James Shaw talks about a lot, is the difference between being a victim and being accountable. I was talking about that this morning, and how getting out of the victim mentality and being like, I'm accountable to my business. If I can't take my kids to Disney World because I didn't have enough closing to do, that's probably on me. Because there's enough business out there.
I agree. So I will say part of savoring the journey, I would say is, like you said, but it's a system thing, it's a routine thing as well. I think most of us can probably say, when I think of savoring the journey, I almost think of obviously the things I like to do with family, getting away, so on and so forth. And what keeps majority of us from that is not having a system in place that actually makes sure that we do that. What system do we have to keep us in these moments where we can take time to slow down, breathe, and do whatever we need to do?
Vacation. What's it called?
The
Where you
137.
137, another number.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a lot of numbers. And they're all 411, 135. But anyways, who can explain 137?
1 day a week,
Mm-hmm.
1 3-day weekend,
Yeah.
and
Per
1
month,
7-day week a quarter,
per quarter.
like off
Yes.
vacation.
So that means you don't get a badge of honor for saying you worked 2 weeks straight. You didn't have a day off. I used to think you did, but it's actually stupid because if I did what I needed to do, I can accomplish everything I need to in about a 5-day time. But I do honestly believe that if we did have a system in place, we would be able to take vacations, enjoy the moment as well. Part of why we don't enjoy the moment, not just having a system in place, is as well not recognizing who is our leverage that we can lean on and depend on, as well just planning these things in advance because we know I need to have this done by this time because this day and this week or whatever I going to be doing blank. So what you guys have in front of you is school 137. We've been talking about 137 now about 3 years at least. It came from great coach Jordan Freed. And once again, it is 1 day off per week, 1 3-day per month, and then 1 7-day per quarter. The benefit of this, for one, you're already going to have things planned, which means that I need to go ahead and line up the support or the leverage that I need, as well, just from a leadership side of it. It's also going to tell me how many working days I'm going to have to. So if I plan this at the beginning of the year, we start off with 365 days. Yeah, we start off with 365. But now that we have this 137, how many actual working days do I have in the year now? It puts that in front of us. So we got what, 4 months left in the year, 5 months, 6, 5 months.
We're in third quarter.
All right. So I would love for y'all to take like 2-3 minutes. At the very least, start off identifying, look at the school calendar if you have kids, and start identifying what are the natural already written in days off that I can have in a week. What is the 3-day that's already penciled in, right? You got the fall break, you got Labor Day, you got school computer day, whatever they call it. I don't even know what it's called. What is it called? Yeah, my bad. I didn't know they said work from the computer. And they never work from the computer on that day for some reason. But anyway, so you already have some of these days already penciled in. So go ahead and write those like on the calendar and then figure out where can I squeeze in at least 1 7 day, right? Are you gonna do it during Christmas time? There's a 7 day. You're gonna do it around Thanksgiving. There's a 7 day or even a 3-day, right? So take a couple minutes and kind of line it up, take a look at it, and then I would love to know if somebody's really quickly counting in that. How many days are left? Well, y'all can help me. How many days are left at the beginning of the year? I mean, not beginning of the year, but till the end of the year. And then as well, based on that and based on what you write down, how many days are you? How many days are you? Oh, is it too much? Way too much money?
You got roughly like 160
Like
3
60
days. left in the year.
2 quarters last year.
Minus Thanksgiving, Christmas and all that.
Right.
Yeah, pulling out. And are you working all 7 days of the week or? are you
No,
working,
because we want receipt, we're taking it 1 day.
Right, so
We're taking
How
it
many?
1 day.
164.
164 is left. So if you do the 137, you go ahead and pencil it in. Take away how many days you're not working. How many days you have left.
Very.
It goes quick.
Yes.
Yeah. It's nerve wracking and quick, but once again, if we're thinking about savoring the journey, then we need to go ahead and understand here is how many days I have left to work to accomplish whatever it is I need to accomplish. And Kevin, tell you, you go ahead and write it in early on, you end up doing it, right? Then y'all go to Myrtle Beach.
Mm-hmm.
You wrote that in October.
Yep.
Yeah, that would definitely help. 'Cause usually we're like, oh, wait a minute, we've got a 3-day weekend this weekend.
Right.
Let's go somewhere. Where do we want to go? I don't know. Nothing's available.
And you never,
know?
you never
And
planned
then you
for
don't
it.
do it. We sit every 3-day weekend. I'm like, oh, we should go something.
Right. So plan it, write it down, let your people know, hey, I'm taking a 3-day here. What do you want to do? Or what can we do? And you could stay at home and not do anything. But I will say a lot of times that is what causes the burnout and things like that. And then what also causes our business to dip is because we didn't plan to go on vacation. We didn't plan to take a day off. And now we don't have any support or any leverage lined up to where we feel okay with it. Because I'm sure, Ashley, you decide you want to go out of town in November and you tell Tammy now, hey, I'm going out of town in November between this time and this time. It's enough time for her to plan to help you out.
I'm going with her. No, shit.
There we go.
Who else can help?
Then Kevin will help you. Then Kevin will help you. Like Desiree planning women's retreat.
Yes, I just did.
Look at that.
I'm doing it on my birthday, October.
See, and just doing simple things like that.
Yeah.
That motivate,
It does,
right? And
actually.
then you got the
Like
motivation.
putting it on there is so different.
Something written about writing
It is.
it down. Something real about writing it down. And then sometimes take it a little bit further and figure out what do I need to do in order for me to actually take this and not feel bad about taking it. Do I need more deals? Do I need to add 3?
Yeah, go ahead and book your Airbnb
Right?
at the lake or in the
Go ahead and
mountains,
book it.
and then you're like, oh my goodness, I gotta have $2,000 for this trip. I need a closing.
Yes. But anyway, that is, that kind of took a little bit of time, the Beijing's method. But anyways, this book is a really, really, really good book. The Way of Excellence is a very easy read. And, does anybody have anything they want to share about, the 137? What day off are you going to take? Anybody know
Well,
that?
one of my ahas was, I'm not gonna probably work at all the last 2 weeks of the year, and I know this every year, right? I didn't
Right.
just figure it out, but when you're looking at it, it's like, okay, everything I need to do needs to be finished. Like my year needs to be finished by December 18th,
Wow.
because I'm not gonna work after that.
There we go. And we know that, but we never put it in the calendar.
Yeah.
And we are like routine people. So we know typically around what time of year we take our summer vacation. We know where we're probably going to go on this day during the Christmas break or whatever it is. So go ahead and write it down, look at it, and then as well make a plan so that this doesn't stop your business, doesn't put you in a spiral or a roller coaster. Because what I know is that if we don't prepare for it, and we take the 2 weeks off in December, it's going to take us another 2 weeks to get back in the fold in January. And then the next thing you know, it's February, I have nothing going on. So, okay. Look at this. Kevin has a video for us.
Several people have been asking about Home Book mobile app. So Home Book does not have a mobile app version. However, their website is very user friendly. It's just like a website, it's very easy to add forms, etc. So I want to show you how to add that to your home screen. You can have an app. Click on right here, look like these. So, we're going to go into our browser. We'll use Chrome here. We'll go to our search. You can use Chrome, you can use Safari, you can use whichever. We'll type in LoneWolf. That'll take us into this web page. Okay. Over to the right, we're going to choose these 3 lines. And we'll scroll down to the middle of the page where it says Client Login. And we'll choose Client Login. Okay. Then it's going to ask us for email address. This is the same email address that you use when you set up your LoneWolf account inside of Command. So, I'll put my email password in there. Continue. It's going to bring us into our LoneWolf. So, you'll notice it looks a little different. We'll go up to the top left. We choose foundation. We choose this. We'll scroll down to the bottom and get transact command. Okay. Under transact command, this will look just like our command site page. We're in LoneWolf. We can choose an opportunity. A transact. And then we can add the plus button at the bottom. I can add paperwork. And just like online, I can choose the library I want to choose from, etc. Okay. So that's how you add here. So the quickest thing I want to show you, the main point is up to the top right in the browser. See the little arrow right here to the top right. Choose this arrow button, and it's going to come up. We're going to choose View More. Then we'll scroll down where I find right here where it says Add to Home Screen. I'm going to choose Add to Home Screen. Okay. You can name this whatever you want. I'm just going to put mine to LW. You can name it Add Transact. You can name it LoneWolf or whatever you prefer. And we're just going to click Add to the top right. Okay. Now by doing that, right here, it's added an app link to my homepage where I can, once I come on my phone, I just scroll to this app link and I just choose it. Take me directly to the page.
Oh, it's an app.
Yeah, I agree.
Without having to go search for everything. Once you type in your password stuff, it should remember you in multiple uses. So
So smart.
that's how you add transact to your homepage
If you
on your phone. You also can do that with any website you go to. You go to any website.
Everybody has
The Paragon is pretty good. I do like the Paragon.
John, you can't watch this.
So, you have any questions?
Which, what'd you say again? What?
The Paragon, bubble app,
I can use that.
Oh, it's really good.
yes,
It
yes,
logs you right in too.
yes.
Yeah.
You know, you can do that to any website. You just go to the website or your thing, you hit that arrow and add, you add a little shortcut. It just keeps you having to search or do whatever.
All right, we got another free CE tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow from 10 to 1, Bill Killers in the third by Ally Home Inspections. WR's moisture mold test. Dougie, you got anything to say about it?
No, other than I'm excited for it. It's a new class, so y'all will be my guinea pigs. But I think I have probably more like video for this one than I've ever had. So you want to see what termites look like on a house?
Oh, I do.
So yeah, so come on out. Luckily, my business partner in the pest control company takes lots of videos, which has been fascinating for me too. So yeah, I hope you guys will come.
Yes. Invite your realtor friends, see you time of year. So
Yeah.
please invite your realtor friends, tell them to come on. There's a QR code. You take a picture of it. You could just send it to somebody and they could scan the QR code. Well, I know they can't with Android. I don't know if you have to, but anyways. Yeah, Deal Killers in the Dirt. Free CE tomorrow from 10 to 1. All right, we got Coffee Talk Down to Earth, some more dirt stuff here. The 23rd, so Thursday from 10:30 to 11:30, Kim Sherry and Tammy Manley will be on the panel. Got a lot of great questions to ask them. Jason Lee, as we know, is the hostess with the mostest. So please come on Thursday. Invite your people. Definitely want to learn a little bit about land. And I've known Tammy for a while. I was entrusted with her when I was there, and all she does is land. So she's very, very, very knowledgeable. So if you have any questions about land, please come be in the room for it. All right, family fun night. On the 23rd from 6 to 7, Oak Mountain Lanes. Please come, bring your family. We won't be in the hot pool this year. Sad to say. It's like a bathtub from what I heard. But anyway, family fun night, Oak Mountain Lanes on Thursday, 6 to 7. But yeah, guys, please come. Invite your, bring family, bring your kids. And then Freedom from the Grind with Matt Sutter.
I'm actually not sure.
Sutter. It's here in the Market Center. He's gonna tell us how to be better agents, pretty much. How to stop wasting your time. Well, basically more sales, less hours, escape from the busy work. But it's here in the Market Center, the 29th from 1 to 4. Oh, what do we know? Hold this back. Guys, I think we have a grand total of 2 first steps to go registration. No.
I thought I registered.
Oh, we gotta register. We just look real bad.
Everybody get out your phones. It's free.
It is free.
It's free.
You'll need your
And
KV
even the
back.
first, even if you
But
don't
it's
do the
just-
whole
it's just
thing,
click
the
yours.
first time, it's so motivational.
It is. It
And
is.
Scott's amazing.
Yes. Scott is he's funny. He's been doing it for a while. He's worked all across KW. But yeah, we got Scott back after a 2-year stint somewhere else, I guess. But yeah, please register for first steps. I will tell you this, in a shifting market, this is something that you actually need. So at the very least with the first steps, you can network with all the other agents that are there. And contacts at the very least. You don't have to love for you to sign for the pool, but at the very least, the first steps of all, please register.
Nikki did say if y'all are having any issues registering, just let me know and I can help you register. And then anyone that signs up for Full Bowl between now And I guess lunch today, or lunch at First Step, will go into a drawing for $200 towards their bowl from the market center. So you have an opportunity to get money off.
And trust and believe, if you do the stuff that you need to do involved, your business will grow. But it's going to stretch you and you have to do it. That's important.
2 weeks now.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, just checking to make sure I'm one of those.
You are in. All right, Meredith.
Well, I really wasn't kidding. I'm super excited about class tomorrow. So even if you don't need it, I think you can apply it to your next go around. Is that correct?
If you've already renewed your license, it'll stack.
Ooh, see, bonus. So won't go to waste. But I'm Mary Jones. I'm the owner of Alley Property Inspections and one of the partners at Party House Termite, which is why I'm teaching about this. It's been super interesting to learn a lot more about what's going on underneath houses, around houses. We do, through our ability with having a pest control license, we're able to do WIRs, the time inspection for $45. And we then offer a retreat and repair bond for $199. That's through Priority Pest. Obviously, if you're doing a home inspection, that's where you can add the WIR for $45. One of the reasons that we've seen that being super beneficial now is because we see how many come back with issues, mostly like on crawl spaces. So what's the most frequent issue that you guys have on WIRs and crawl spaces? Mold, moisture, wood fungus. All those things have to be treated prior to writing a bond. So it's much easier on everybody if you find it out sooner. One thing I have found very interesting is that Alabama, even though it's a buyer beware state, we're waiting really close to closing, whereas in every other state that I'm aware of, they do them pretty much at the time of the home inspection. And so that's kind of how we got interested in it. We also were in Atlanta, and so that's expected that you do it at the time of the home inspection, and so that you can deal with anything that comes up. So come tomorrow and see some live termites and some other things that maybe you haven't seen before, and you'll get a kind of a scope of what we see on a daily basis. But for Ally, otherwise, what do y'all have any questions or anything that I can answer for you? All right.
How much are your homes?
They start, I think, at $410, and they range by square footage. I would say our average is right around $450. The reports are generally sent the same day. We always promise within 24 hours, but usually we want our inspectors to be done at the inspection. We are pretty much a one-stop shop. We offer pool inspections, radon, mold, termite. I don't know what else I'm forgetting. Only thing we don't do is clean out septic tanks. That's the only thing that we don't do. I'm not sure that's the business I want to get into. So, otherwise, we're your one-stop shop, and I'll just say, like, after all the years of trying to get pool companies to do a good pool inspection, I would say ours is much more thorough than any pool inspection companies we ever got. You will get a lot more information. It'll be written full color, just like our normal home inspections are. So easy to schedule. We have office open 7 days a week, online 24/7. Almost 50% of our people schedule online now. So that tells me they just like the ease of being able to go on there, take their time, see what all the different services are, and make a decision from there. So. All right, come tomorrow, please. Send your friends too, and I'll be looking for notes on the class for anything you want me to ask. So, see y'all tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Hey, did we go back to the bowl thing?
All right, y'all agree?
Barbecue. Oh, yeah.